Hey y'all, I'm Kara Perez, founder of Bravely Go, and today we are going to talk about TikTok, overconsumption, shopping to hide from our feelings, and why we all feel the urge to buy online. If you're into this kind of content, please consider becoming a patron. Our patrons help us bring this kind of content to you. We literally could not do it without you. And we also give our patrons exclusive content that you can't find anywhere else on the internet. This month's patron-only video is all about Shein, Temu, and fast fashion, so definitely check that link in bio if you are interested in becoming a patron. So has anyone else's FYP gotten totally taken over by TikTok Shop? Because it's all I get now. It's like every third video is telling me about some sort of like tripod that I should buy so that I can film my TikTok videos, or jumpsuits. I'm getting a lot of TikTok Shop jumpsuit ads. I don't really understand why, but it is really wrecking my TikTok experience. And in general, I think it's very fair to say that social media has supercharged our online shopping and our overconsumption. I think that's because we're floating along in a sea, and TikTok, Instagram, even Facebook and Twitter, they allow us to see into other people's lives, especially the fabulously wealthy. We can see the things that they are buying, eating, or wearing, and we can go find those same exact things for ourselves, usually within the app that we're on. Social media also dictates trends, especially TikTok, and trends are all about getting people, especially younger people with disposable cash, to buy more. The global e-commerce growth rate for 2023 is forecast at 8.9%, bringing global e-commerce sales worldwide to 5.9 trillion. This marks a 1.8 percentage point increase from 2022's growth rate. And like I said, social media, but especially TikTok, is where trends are happening. If you want to be cool, if you want to be hip, if you want to be on trend, you are probably doing something that originated on TikTok. But what's really interesting and really dangerous is that trends on TikTok start and die really quickly. Take fashion, for example. Fashion trends used to come seasonally. There would be a winter release of a collection, there would be a spring release of a collection, but now, thanks to TikTok trends, there's a new cute outfit or cool outfit every 2 weeks, it feels like. And by definition, being on trend means you're cool, and not being on trend means you are not cool. So if a trend starts and you're not participating, you're on the outside. This can evoke in us feelings of panic, feelings of social anxiety, and it can drive us to do whatever it takes to be part of the trend. And because these trends are so short-lived, you have to buy the trendy item as soon as you see it. As soon as that first video comes across your For You page, you have to buy the trending outfit, trending hair accessory, trending nail polish color, whatever it is, because you know that trend won't last very long. And if you wait, you'll miss the trend. And of course, items from one trend are usually not reusable in another trend. That's kind of the whole point of being trendy, is that the looks are different enough to distinguish themselves from each other. And all of this rush, this pressure, this frequency, it leads me to wonder, are TikTok trends manufactured? What I'm really saying is, like, do I think that there are industry plants for TikTok trends? Do I think that our corporate overlords are manufacturing these trends to get us to buy more stuff? I mean, no, but also yes is kind of my answer to this. I don't feel like the answer is yes in a conspiracy theorist way. I don't feel like there's a group of executives like staring down at us from on high saying, tee hee hee hee, you will love blueberry milk nails or you will die. Like, I don't think that's what's happening. But I do think what's happening is that trends are trickling to social media out of these kind of deciding spaces, but maybe it's coming from an employee or somebody who is in an influencer's network. They make a TikTok video about something that they like or that they see happening in the world around them. That video is then picked up by a trend forecaster, usually on TikTok, maybe on Instagram, and is highlighted as the next big thing. Then there's usually a media article about that trend forecaster's video saying like, hey, the hot new look for fall is such and such a look. And then people in more traditional media outlets or smaller influencers jump on it and start acting out that trend. And it can be anything from a makeup look to a clothing look to an exercise trend to an eating style. Things like paleo and keto are just as much trends as blueberry nails or, florals for spring. Once it reaches that level, that's when normal people like you and I start to see it. And that's when sales really start to roll in, because we want to be on trend. We want to emulate the people that we think are cool. So corporations might not plant the original video, but they are definitely poised and ready to take advantage when one of their products or when something that they think they can sell you is about to pop off. Remember that corporations have whole teams and departments around marketing and PR and social media, and all of their jobs is fundamentally to sell things. So when a trend pops up that can benefit a specific company, that company's marketing team is on it so that they can capitalize on the trend. For example, when the blueberry milk nails trend was trending really heavily on Instagram, that was a huge opportunity for any nail polish company to say, hey, here are the colors that we offer that you can use to make your own blueberry milk nails. But part of what makes these trends so insidious and frankly exhausting for those of us who are just normal people trying to enjoy their evening hour on TikTok is that TikTok is essentially selling us back things that have already existed. All we've done is slap a new name on them that appeals to a new demographic so that corporations can sell stuff that aligns with this trend. For example, let's take Latte Girl makeup. This look has existed basically as long as there has been makeup. Like, brown eyeshadow is not new. In some cultures, women have been putting brown eyeshadow on their eyes for thousands of years. Latte Girl makeup is a name designed to be more palatable to a younger audience. It's a common joke that women love coffee, and lattes in particular. Pumpkin spice lattes, anyone? By rebranding this old look with a new name that includes the word latte, it makes it much more appealing to a younger audience. And noticeably in this quote, look at the last line. This comes from the woman who is credited with coining the term. It's milky and effortless, she says. Where have we heard the term milk or milky used lately on TikTok? Oh, right, it's those blueberry milk nails. By describing the Latte Girl makeup look with the same language that we use to describe the blueberry milk nails, it reinforces this idea that these are both the cool things to do and that you should be on trend not just with how you make your face up each morning, but what you do to your nails. Now, I want to be clear, I don't think there's actual subconscious programming going on here. I just think that this woman herself is consuming a lot of this same type of content and is seeing a lot of the same words used over and over again, and repetition is very powerful. But when we have individuals who repeat what they hear into their phone and that message gets broadcasted out to millions of followers, terms, trends, and yes, harmful misinformation can all of a sudden become very powerful and very dangerous. TikTok has become the #1 social media platform in the last 3 years. They have over 1 billion users, the majority of which are between ages 16 and 24. Any marketer will tell you that that is prime demographic for getting people to spend money. They have disposable cash in a lot of cases, and they don't have major responsibilities like a mortgage or kids that would distract them from spending their money on things like makeup or nail polish or things for their car or different types of clothes. That's why videos that are selling us things are profligate on TikTok. And sometimes the sales pitch is direct and sometimes it's more indirect. You see it with things like, TikTok made me buy it. I bought it so you don't have to. Haul videos, seasonal haul videos in particular. If you're a fall girly, whoo, you are targeted big time on TikTok. Even things like prepping hauls or organizational hauls. These videos are often utilizing something called neuromarketing. Neuromarketing is the application of neuroscience to marketing so that companies can identify user preferences, motivations, and needs without the use of less revealing traditional surveys. It allows businesses to truly understand how the user responds at the subconscious level. This isn't a new phenomenon. It's been around for years on Instagram, Snapchat, Google, etc. However, it's even more prominent on TikTok since the app does such a good job at quickly curating an FYP specific to your interests with its algorithm. Neuromarketing itself is not new, but as this article points out, it's particularly powerful on TikTok because of the speed at which TikTok moves and because of the TikTok algorithm, which is top secret. I have no idea how that algorithm works. I just know it works really well. And in the last few years, social media apps have really gone from being places where you can kind of keep a micro diary of your life to becoming predominantly shopping apps. Like I mentioned before, TikTok Shop has basically taken over my For You page. I'm sure it has had a big impact on yours. Let me know in the comments what products you keep seeing on your FYP page. But the point is that it is now easier than ever to buy. There is the Instagram shopping tab where you click on the tab and everything you see is available to purchase. And with TikTok Shop, the videos that you're being served, again, there's just one link that you need to click and then the page to purchase that item will pop up within the app. You can save your credit card or your PayPal info on pretty much any website now, which also eliminates the hassle of having to get up and go find your card. So with literally 2 clicks, you can be spending money on any social media platform. So much of our identity has become wrapped up in what we're buying. And it's exhausting. It's bad for us, it's bad for the planet, and it's bad for the world that we are bringing future people into. For us as humans, I really believe that the ease of which we can buy things is degrading our sense of understanding around what it takes to create something. We are rapidly losing an understanding of how much energy and how many resources goes into creating something like a dress or a part for your car or a new toy for your child. The average person doesn't know how to sew, so how could they possibly understand the skills, the time, and the resources that go into creating this season's hottest dress? And when we have the big machine of fast fashion constantly turning out trendy new pieces that are being sold for literally $3 online, people are also losing a sense of how much they should pay for other people's labor and creation. And honestly, all of this, I haven't even touched on the shipping that is needed and the labor that is needed to get something from a factory in Bangladesh to you living your best life in LA. And planet-wise, environmentally wise, we are ripping through our natural resources at a rate that is not only unsustainable, but truly horrifyingly fast. Making a single pair of 501 jeans required almost 920 gallons of water, 400 megajoules of energy, and expelled 32 kilograms of carbon dioxide. That's one pair of jeans. Now imagine how many new pairs of jeans Levi's makes every year. And then add on top of that how many new pairs Gap makes. And then add on top of that how many new pairs Madewell makes, and how many Abercrombie makes, and how many American Eagle makes, and how many Good American makes. And all of a sudden you really begin to get a scope of how quickly we are depleting our resources, just so that we can have things that we can buy. Now, buying things can and does make people happy, but it is almost always a short-term fix. Here's Scott Rick. There are a few ways to think about the pleasures of spending. In the mental accounting literature, we talk a lot about acquisition utility, which is experienced when a product is priced for less than it is worth to us, and transition utility, which is experienced when a product is priced less than we expected it to be. Both are routine sources of pleasure, even when the purchases are not obviously rational. For example, I might happily buy something because it's on sale, even if that sale price is still more than the product is worth to me. In other words, transaction utility matters more than it should. Part of the pleasure of spending is driven by misinformation, ads, claims, or packaging that make the product seem better than it actually is. But even with perfect information, there are effective forecasting errors. People think the product that seems really novel and cool today will stay that way for a long time. We generally don't realize how quickly the excitement of new products will fade. So yes, if you're someone who enjoys shopping, you're not alone. A lot of us really enjoy that, especially when we're hitting that transaction utility and that acquisition utility. But that kind of ding in our pleasure centers only lasts really short term, in some cases just a few moments. Shopping is not a long-term and sustainable path to emotional health and happiness. It's a short-term fix where you have to keep doing the action, you have to keep shopping in order to keep getting the high. A 2013 study with the very unsexy name of Generational Changes in Materialism and Work Centrality, 1976 to 2007, Associations with Temporal Changes in Societal Insecurity and Materialistic Role Modeling found that when young people become more materialistic, their emotional well-being takes a dive. As overconsumption and a desire for material items rose in young people, those same young people experienced a decrease in willingness to work. Congrats, capitalism, you played yourself. By forcing people to only find joy through spending, you decrease the value seen in even going to work. So that's our video for today. Obviously, I firmly believe that overconsumption is bad for us as individuals and bad for the planet, but I am really curious to hear your thoughts. I'm especially curious to know what your FYP is looking like these days. Please let me know what you are being targeted with, what you are being marketed to. And if you enjoyed this video, as always, please give us a thumbs up. Please hit subscribe. Feel free to send this to anyone that you think should see it, and come back every Monday for new videos.